Life honestly felt more real when we were kids for most of us. I mean, most of us are so numb now in life. So many of us are just living very shallow lives, and we kind of look back on our childhood and realize like we just had like heightened senses. We just felt more alive back then. We felt more curious. We felt like we could smell things better. We could feel things better. We lived more in the moment. Oftentimes we have memories that are literally like the most memorable thing from those memories is like how the air smelled. You know, a lot of memories from like fall or summer, late summer nights where you have that just like that smell in the air. And you might have noticed we don't really smell that anymore. Our senses are dull. We don't smell the fresh air anymore. We don't smell. I mean, 99% of the time when we go outside, we don't smell anything. We just kind of, we don't even realize this. This is literally something we don't even realize has just kind of changed for us. 99% of the time, especially when we live in like cities, we don't actually smell anything when we go outside. We just literally smell nothing. As kids, every time we went outside, we had like a distinct smell that we always smelled, and we tasted our food more. Just life felt so much more real. You might wonder why that is. I believe I have an answer, because I am at this park right now. And for the most part, in the past couple months, just to preface, for the past couple months, I have been pretty much hardcore on self-improvement. I have been improving my mindfulness through meditation. I've been getting closer to God, or at least trying to. I've been pushing towards goals more. I've just been kind of trying to overcome bad habits, especially anger, white lies, but anger is a big one that I've been trying to overcome in recent months. And just frustration, cussing, which is not something I used to have a problem with, but it just became a recent thing. So I've been trying to overcome those things. And what I notice is the more I improve my mindfulness, the more I improve my ability to live in the moment, the closer I get to God, the more I pray, the more I get closer to God's like objective morality, like the goodness of God, like the objective good, not lying, telling the truth, being good to people, being kind, sharing, giving things to people, being just charitable and loving, spending more time with loved ones and spending more quality time. Not just quantity, but like actually spending more quality time. Just hugging my wife or hugging my mom or my dad. I don't see him very often because I moved away, but when I do, like I try to be as present as possible. And just this new lifestyle I'm living of like mindfulness, getting closer to God, getting closer to like objective good things, like not lying and being kinder to people and being more patient and more loving and more present. I've noticed that these things have genuinely made me feel more alive. Cutting out doom scrolling, big thing. I notice the more I doom scroll, the more, of course, I'm not mindful, the less I'm mindful. But also the more I notice I'm just kind of a very shallow person, the less I feel alive, the more I feel like I kind of spend days of my life, and you might relate to this, but just days of my life where I'm not really even there. I'm just kind of getting by. I'm just working, getting the work over, just kind of getting the day over with instead of actually living and like experiencing and having memories. And I notice like the days I doom scroll, the days where I kind of just consume content, I'm in like this stressed, like anxious anticipation mode kind of resting state in life. I just notice when I'm in that state, when I do those habits, I don't feel alive. I feel numb. It's funny, we convince ourselves that like doom scrolling and like, you know, watching stuff online we shouldn't be watching. Junk food, fast food, eating out. We convince ourselves like alcohol, drugs, weed. We convince ourselves that these are things we need to enjoy life and have pleasure, yet those are the things that are stopping us from actually enjoying our baseline existence, our everyday existence, our everyday life, the natural things, the real things. The more we give into those things, the instant gratification, the more our everyday natural things becomes more numb to us, or we become more numb to them. Not a good habit, ruining our life. And this video isn't about how to overcome doom scrolling, how to overcome those bad habits, living in that way. This isn't what this video is about, but I'm kind of trying to spread awareness, because like you might kind of recognize this at some level, but most of us don't realize that this is the case, that like the reason why we're so numb, the reason why we don't smell when we go outside, the fresh air or the crisp autumn smell of campfire and furnaces and like smoke, and like the reason why we don't breathe fully is literally because of this anxiety, this anticipation state, this sense of feeling overwhelmed all the time that we're in because of these habits that we're doing. Because not just the habits, but also over time we become so numb. We become so numb to life. We become so cold-hearted, dead inside, negative. We think negative thoughts. We have a pattern of negative thinking and self-deprecating thoughts and self-conscious thoughts and judgmental thoughts, and we tell white lies, and these things do have a spiritual impact. And it's honestly quite disappointing that the self-improvement community out there doesn't talk about these things. Like, this is a whole nother dimension of self-improvement that makes you feel more alive when you truly embark on this journey. And that's what this channel is for. That's why I make these videos, because it's not just about going to the gym. It's not even about meditating. It's not even about journaling. It's not even about chasing goals or making money online. Those are all great things. But if you want to actually feel more alive and be better to your loved ones and to yourself, and to enjoy life literally how God made it, like how God wanted us to enjoy existence and enjoy this life the way we're supposed to feel 24/7. If you want to feel that way, this is a side of self-improvement that you need to embark on for your life. And it's so purposeful, so meaningful to feel like you're aligned in God's kind of way of life. And all of a sudden you'll catch yourself fully present at the park, smiling, almost like with tears on your face, because of a squirrel going up a tree, because of an animal, because of a bird, because of a bird making this singing. You'll have this curiosity that you haven't really felt since you were a kid. Look at this little hole in this tree. Obviously, I'm not going to climb in there, but like those things, you just notice more things. You notice the moss on the tree. You notice the clouds. You smell it all. You feel it all. You feel like in a spiritual way that you're more a part of these things. And this isn't New Age. This is not New Age. This is like very much real. And I just wanted to spread awareness of that, because a lot of us forget that we are spiritual beings. And if you don't agree with that, then don't watch this video. This isn't for you. You're not going to agree with me. That's fine. Go back to the way you're living. That's not my problem. But if you truly want to make a change and you realize what I'm saying is true, like you do feel more numb. You don't feel like how you felt as a kid. It's because this world is corrupting you, and it corrupts all of us. We are all susceptible to that same sin since Adam. And we can sanctify ourselves. We can have a relationship with God and read the Bible to know what objective good is, and follow that in every single facet of life, every single aspect, every big and small thing, every big and small habit. We can genuinely change our lives. And it's such a beautiful journey. And I wish that for you, because man, this life is so much better. It's kind of cold out. My nose is starting to run a little bit. Excuse me. This life of shallowness, just living for work, living for bills, living for the paycheck, living for the drugs, the alcohol, the TV show, the movies, the doom scrolling, the degeneracy, the parties. This isn't what life is made to be. And we all know that subconsciously, but we hate our lives so much. We're so miserable because of what we think is external circumstances. So we just give in to the cheap dopamine, the cheap pleasure, so we don't literally delete ourselves. Forgot I have to censor myself for YouTube. I'm calling you right now to live for so much more. Live for God, live for meaning and purpose, and live for the natural things, the things that are of nature, and the objective way we're supposed to be living life. Choosing to do the thing that is less pleasurable in the moment, like just walking here, no music, no headphones, just completely raw dogging it. In a weird way, doing that will make you enjoy life more later. So the next time you do it, you'll actually enjoy it more, and you'll feel more alive, you'll feel more present, you'll feel like you're enjoying it more. You might not enjoy this right now. You might not enjoy walking, no music, no podcast, nothing. But you do it a few times, you build up that skill of like living how we're supposed to be living, how God intended us to live. You build up that skill again, and honestly, you'll never turn back. You will never go back to the doom scrolling, the pleasure, the bad habits, because this is so much more real. This is so much more real, so much more beautiful on a spiritual level. And yet so many of us are missing out on it because of our external circumstances, the economy, no, that's not Yes, these things are bad. Yes, we are in an interesting time period with AI and all of these like things accessible to us. And this, like, you got to realize though, this is all internal. Yes, we have external things that mess with us and make life difficult, but I don't have money. I have a wife and a house. I don't own the house, but I have bills, a lot of them. I have things to stress about, people to worry about, things to... My job is very physically, mentally demanding. And yet, I don't come home and doom scroll. I don't come home and smoke weed. I don't come home and watch my favorite TV show. I come home, I meditate, I work on something purposeful to me that helps the world, that changes the world. I have meaningful connections and like moments and like bonding with my wife and my friends, and I practice gratitude. I message gratitude to family and friends. I read books, I learn, I take notes on like a podcast. This is my life. I'll go on a walk in nature, I'll go to the gym. This is my life. And man, once you live it, once you're fully like actually practicing mindfulness, practicing like spiritual goodness in a weird way, sanctification, dopamine detox is a big thing. Turning off social media, doing the things that don't feel fun in the moment, but if you do them long enough, they will feel fun. They will feel fun on a spiritual, existential level. Honestly, if you're very deep into doom scrolling, if I had to guess, you probably couldn't last like 1 minute out here without getting completely bored and irritated. You can't even last in a conversation with your parents or other people or your friends. You need constant stimulation. You need constant, just like dopamine. And it's all because of the way you're spiking your dopamine on a regular level with doom scrolling and watching stuff you shouldn't be watching, junk food. And it is not something you want to stay in bondage to for the rest of your life, because it is not going to be good for you. I'm going to the gym right now. Today is Christmas, the day I'm recording this video, and gonna go and hit chest and in my Christmas outfit. Definitely not ready for the gym, but I'm just kind of vibing, just kind of enjoying the day. Had a late start today because I had a late night last night, so a little bit out of my routine right now, but regardless, I have built up a pretty good foundation, so I'm just enjoying life. I'm just not stressed about it, not overthinking, like, oh, I woke up late today, I didn't do my routine very well, didn't meditate. Like, I'm just kind of vibing, enjoying life. So I think I got my message across pretty well. If you want to learn how to improve these things, these habits, this knowledge that you've never probably heard before, like articulated, if you want to know more about this, watch some of my other videos. I'm going to be coming out with more videos soon, getting right back at this. And I have a Discord channel that is like a self-improvement community where we discuss self-improvement, and like you can ask questions, ask for advice, share your progress. You can level up in the Discord. It's pretty cool. Go ahead and join. Link is in the description below if that sounds good to you. Detox your life. Return to nature. You will not regret it. Love you guys. See you in the next one.